Well, good evening folks, and welcome to my Sonofdel's Christmas Vlogmas Day 5. Now, originally today I was going to be doing a top 5 of Christmas films, but to be honest with you, I've been quite bad today. I've been pretty ill. It's kind of self-induced in a way. About 11 o'clock this morning I started feeling very, very sick, very, very tired and very, very rough, and I ended up having to lie down for a couple of hours, and I've worked out what it is. It's my fault entirely. I just haven't been eating properly. In the last 48 hours, all I've eaten is 3 crumpets and a couple of breakfast biscuits, and it was my fault. You know, it just literally came back at me. I was burning energy off that I wasn't actually getting in my body. So, yeah, so it was going to be an original 5, but it isn't now. That's going to be tomorrow. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to just talk about Christmas and what it means to me. Also, coming up today, we have the unboxings of the Nightmare Before Christmas Funko Pop calendar, and also the Harry Potter Funko Pop calendar, and Deb's Luke Fantastic Advent calendar, all day 5s, and something hilarious which I decided to do just when Deb was about to open her Luke Fantastic Advent calendar. So yeah, there's that to come, and also talking about Christmas and what it means to me. So coming up, the Advent calendars.
Really?
That I'm reading in.
Oh, we got Jess. What's this? What's this? What's this? Oh, we got Jess. We got Jess. We got.
I'm just about getting the hang of these bags now, by the way.
We got Jess.
Sit. How cute, what one? The hang cute. Oh, you need to follow me foot there. You ready? I want one. No, I want one. Good girl, there you go. Nice big biscuit. Use this.
Oh, they're good.
Is that good? Dropping bits. Hey, what's this? Here.
Used to it.
That was my finger.
Good girl.
That was my finger.
Good girl.
It was my finger.
Oh, he's good girl. Yeah, he's good girl.
Hold on.
Lie down.
Come on.
Lie down.
Lie down. There's a good girl.
Good girl.
Well, folks, here we go. Day 5 of the Nightmare Before Christmas Advent Funko Pop. And yesterday, don't forget, was it Oogie Boogie? This one. Ooh, it's a big one. It's a big one, this one is. It's a chunky one. Oh! Deb! Look who it is.
Sally. Yeah, it's Sally.
There we go. It's Sally. And if anybody doesn't know her, even I knew it was Sally. And that is in day 5 of the Nightmare Before Christmas Pocket Pop calendar. So there we had Sally in the Nightmare Before Christmas one. Who we're going to get in Harry Potter? I wonder if it's going to be Cedric Diggory, Deb.
Possibly.
Oh,
Those ones aren't easy to open.
Deb will know this one. Deb will know this one. Even I think I know this one.
See if you tell me, see who you think it is, and I'll tell you you're right.
I think it's Mrs. McGonagall, but I could be wrong.
You need to take it out of the packet, it's
Oh, I do
hilarious.
I do. I could be wrong actually, because I'm no good with Harry Potter characters. It's just my humble guess. No, I don't think it is actually. Forget I said that.
Have we got a guess, Deb, or?
I can't tell if my glasses on.
Right, okay. Pause. Are we going? Yeah. So we've got a bit of a discussion here. I think it might be Mrs. McGonagall, although I haven't got a clue, and Deb thinks it's possibly Professor Trelawney. We could both be wrong because, like I said, it's been a while since we've seen these characters, and I've never seen the film. So, but that is in door 5 of the Harry Potter Pocket Pop calendar. Boo!
Don't do that. You shit. You're shit, you know that. You're a shit. An absolute shit. Well, the door's closed. That's going to get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's an eyeshadow or a blush. Oh, it's a pigment. It's a cream eyeshadow.
Nice.
Gorgeous colour. It's like a pink.
Who you buy?
It's by Ina. Hold on. Pause.
Now I've got a big smile on my face here because as you saw through the Harry Potter one, I guessed it was Minerva McGonagall, and my wife thought it was somebody completely different, Professor somebody or other, and it was actually Minerva McGonagall, and I was dead chuffed about that because it was just a guess, to be honest with you. It was the first character that came into my head. It could have been anybody, and I just guessed McGonagall. It just came into my head for some reason. I think it's because I think it's the fantastic Maggie Smith who plays her in the films. I'm not quite sure, but I think it is. According to Deb, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, but yeah, I can't believe it actually got it right, and it was just a one guess. Trust me, it was unreal. I would just guessed it just like that. I don't know why. I don't know whether I've got some association with the Lego Harry Potter games, but yeah, I was quite chuffed about that. I was smiling like a good one and kept doing this, you know. Yeah, you know, this is how you do it. Well, today we decided to connect our Virgin Media box back up again because we haven't had it plugged in for a while, because where our TV and Virgin Media cable is was, so to say, it isn't now. It's the opposite side of the room in a different corner, and all we've kept plugged in is the Blu-ray player, my Xbox, and the TV. Well, today I ordered an extension cable off Amazon, and it came a big coaxial cable with twin ends and all this sort of stuff, and plugged it in, and fantastic, everything came on. But of course, because the box had been inactive for so many days, it lost all my channels. So I thought, okay, fair enough, went back on, made sure the internet was connected, because Deb seemed to think we needed a cable to connect it to the router box. And I said, well, no, it's wireless. It's all wireless completely. You know, it's already got the information in there. So anyway, after putting the wrong password in twice, because I forgot my own password like an idiot, I got on there. And I did the reset thing, and I loaded up all the channels, and I went for watch a channel, and it kept saying, sorry, you're not authorised to watch this. I thought, hey? Anyway, I thought, right, I'm going to have to contact them. So I picked the phone up and dialed the 150 that you need. And by the time I got through to the actual proper answer phone, because you have about 5 choices before you get to it, I was told that I could be waiting up to an hour before I got through. So I just thought, right, I'm not doing this, I'm going to have another crack. So I had another go at it. I switched off the router. We came in, we had some tea, because I have had something proper tonight. I've had a bowl of cream of chicken soup and a seedy bread roll, so I should be all right now for my stomach and me falling asleep and all that stuff. So yeah, we did that, and then we went back through and we did the advent calendars, and I thought, right, I'll just turn it on now, see if it's worked, and it had. The good news is I've got my Virgin Media back up and running again, so we've got it ready now for all the garbage to tell you what's on over Christmas, and it also kept all the programmes which we taped from last Christmas, including one of my top 5, which you'll hear about tomorrow, but one of my top 5 things to watch at Christmas is, believe it or not, I don't know if you've ever seen it, is Elf the Musical. Elf the Musical is brilliant because it's such a feel-good thing. You know, it's perfect for families. There's fantasy in there. There's a couple of cleverly hidden adult jokes, which the adults will go, oh yeah, I get that. But there's some funny numbers in there. There's some stupidity. It's a really, really good festive thing, you know, and it's well worth watching. And it's called Buddy the Musical, and it's really, really good. Sorry, it's called Elf the Musical, and it's really good. What is it called? Elf Buddy the Musical. Anyway, it's called something like that. But it's really, really good, honestly. If you get a chance to watch it, either with your kids or with your partner, just watch it. And you'll have a good laugh at it, because it really is funny in places, you know, and there's some really good sing-along numbers as well, so you can get into it. Obviously, there's a guy who's a grumpy git at first, but he ends up being mellow at the end, like most Christmas things. But yeah, so we've still got that on there. And I've got a few things what I taped last year, including when Morecambe and Wise tried to conquer America, and didn't quite succeed over there, but they did over in this country, didn't they? Because they were one of the most popular acts for years. And speaking of that, the other day, like I said when I mentioned about the TV guide with the Christmas stuff, I was thinking about what we're going to be watching this Christmas. And somebody posted the other day, I don't know whether it was an entertainment programme or what, they posted a rundown of what's going to be on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, blah, 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 on BBC and ITV. And to be perfectly honest with you, I've never seen such a load of junk in my entire life. I am so glad we've got Netflix recorded programmes, Blu-ray, Disney Plus and Amazon Prime, because I tell you something, there's no way we'll be watching much proper TV. There's absolute twaddle on. Unless you're a soap fan, you're knackered again, really, to be honest with you. Soap or reality shows, and that's about all that's on at the moment. It's absolute garbage, it really is. Anyway, I was going to say, this is what I was going to talk about, what Christmas really means to me. Now, I've been talking to a friend of mine who's from down south, and she's apologised because something she said she was going to hand make for us for Christmas, which she's not going to be able to do until after Christmas. And we've been like, well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't get me wrong, you know, when you're growing up as a child, obviously it's all about the presents, innit? It's all about the presents. You want good, nice things, you know, you want to show them off to your mates and all this kind of stuff. But I've found, as I've got older, I've more appreciated people messaging me, people ringing me, people being there, you know, as in being there, knowing that they're alive, safe and well. And you do start to appreciate that. And that, to be honest, is what Christmas is all about for me. If I can get, obviously, you know, my mum passed away, so she won't be with us this Christmas in form, but she will in spirit, like. But if I can get to Christmas and my family can get to Christmas and we're all okay, healthy and all right, that's the best Christmas present I think you can have. I really do. I don't think any Xboxes, iPhones, bloody holidays in Mallorca, whatever, I don't think none of that can possibly add to the value of knowing that your family's safe and well at Christmas. Because obviously this year it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for a lot of people, especially with the financial side of it, you know, with how hard people have been hit this year. Some self-employed people have been unfortunate enough not to have worked for 2 years, not to have had a business for 2 years. And because they've not had a business for 2 years, they've not been able to claim any money or anything like that. Excuse me, thirsty. And yes, it is whiskey and coke tonight. I need it, trust me. Always settles me a bit anyway. But yeah, and I just got thinking, you know, people ask me, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And some people might say to me, oh, well, you know, I can't get you anything, but I can make you something. And I'm like, top, brilliant, fantastic. I've had some absolutely lovely, amazing stuff made for Christmas. Now, this person I'm talking about, a few years back, she made some fantastic Christmas decorations from the DC. You know, things like, there was the Green Lantern, I think there was the Flash, and there was a couple of others. And she'd handmade them from scratch. And they were brilliant. And we hang them on the tree. Every single year they go on the tree. You know, they don't miss. Because I think if you handmake something, like what Deb's done this year, she's gone into diamond art. She loves doing diamond art. And she's made diamond art frame pictures for nearly everybody as an extra present, you know, with something handmade. And I said to her, I said, that they love that. Everybody I know will love that. You know, this is something handmade. And when it's handmade, you know that the effort's been put in there. Well, I'm not dropping myself in it here by saying if you buy me something off Amazon, it doesn't count. I'm not on about that. What I'm saying is it obviously feels more personal because they've taken the time out to actually make you something, and you're not bothered if it costs £1 or £100. You're not bothered about the cost. It's been handmade, and that's what that's what my Christmas is all about, to be honest with you. I know I bought, like Deb, like I told you yesterday, I bought her the cricket machine, and I know some of the things that Deb's bought me, but I'm not really that bothered. I'm a giver more than a receiver. I like giving out stuff. I like giving stuff to people and making them smile and seeing the look on the faces when they see what they've got and all this sort of thing. I'm not really... Yes, I get excited because obviously it's Christmas, and I've been excited about Christmas since I was a child, and I'm not going to stop now. I'm never going to be one of these, oh, it's just Christmas, what's just another time of the year. I'm never going to get like that. The one thing I'm not is Ebenezer Scrooge by any stretch. In fact, me and Deb have got a routine, what we do on Christmas Eve. And what it basically is we do the stuff, what we're going to do, prepare for the next day, get everything ready and all this sort of stuff. And then round about 8 o'clock at night, we'll get into his pyjamas, get a nice hot chocolate or cocoa or something like that, settle down in front of the TV, and almost bang on 10 o'clock, we will put on the musical of Scrooge from 1970, the Albert Finney one, because I have literally been watching that every year since I was a child, and it's absolutely fantastic. It never loses its thrill for me. It never loses the story. The musical numbers are fantastic. You can sing along with every single one of them. The characters are brilliant. Albert Finney's brilliant as Ebenezer Scrooge, but the stars that are in it, you've got like Sir Alec Guinness, you've got I've got to try and think of some of the people now, bloody hell, you've got Molly Weir, you've got Anton, what's his name, May to December, I can't remember his name now, Anton something. No, it's gone. Well, you've got him in it, but you look at some of the stars in it and you think none of them are still here now. There's probably one person out the entire show who probably played one of the kids who's still alive. All the rest, they're gone. And it's unbelievable to watch a film knowing that it's 50 years old this year, which is older than me. But it doesn't lose none of its appeal. And last year, for the very, very first time, we watched it on our 4K TV, because we had to have a brand new TV last year, because ours went knackered. The screen completely stopped working. So we had this TV. Now, the problem is, it's that realistic, this TV is, that it's like watching a play. It doesn't look like a film at all. It looks like you're watching a play on a stage. It's that realistic. And for a bit, it put us off a little bit, because we were kind of like, this doesn't look real. It looks like it's being acted out right in front of us. It doesn't look like the film that it did. But once we got used to it, we realised how amazing it was, because all of a sudden we could see things that we'd not seen before. You could see more detail in the background. You could see more characters where usually they were quite blurred out because they were far away from the camera. And all these things, you noticed everything was well lit. And even in his house, in Scrooge's house, because Scrooge obviously is a miser and his house is literally falling to pieces, but you could see all the cracks in the walls, you could see the marks on the walls, and it was really, really enlightening to watch something knowing that it was, 49 years old last year, now it's 50 years old this year. But if you've never seen it, by the way, you want to give it a bash. I mean, I know a lot of people like the modernist stuff, and this might be a bit old-fashioned for you, but it's the story of Scrooge. It's a Christmas Carol, and it's done as a musical. And there's musicals. I mean, the song's nearly all the way through it, and it is absolutely brilliant, honestly. It's definitely my favourite Christmas movie by any stretch. That's just a spoiler for tomorrow. It's my favourite Christmas movie by any stretch. Because I know some people go on about, Home Alone and what's the other one? I can't remember. My memory today is absolutely shocking. It really is. The one with Hugh Grant and Martine McCutcheon, and I can't remember. Love Actually. They see them as Christmas films, you see. But I think Christmas films are nostalgic. Things like Miracle on 34th Street. Like I said, the musical of Scrooge. Another one I can't remember at the moment, and it's bugging me because Deb hasn't seen it yet, and I've seen it about 4 times, and I can't remember what it's called. Oh God, my head is all over the place today. Come on, Jace, what's it called? Famous Christmas film. Just hold on a minute, I'm going to have to look this up because it's bugging me. I've just looked it up. I know I have. I just feel a complete idiot. It's a Wonderful Life. Brilliant. Again, another feel-good film. You know, it's got everything in that as well. Nice bit of nostalgia. Originally, it was done in black and white, obviously, but they have actually brought out a tinted version. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, that's what Christmas is to me, you see. Christmas is keeping up the tradition. It's not having a Chinese takeaway for Christmas dinner. You know, it's not sitting around and just doing nothing. I like to make sure Christmas is Christmas. And especially after this year, God, do we need Christmas, don't we? We need something that we can all focus on and say, yeah, at least there was a good part of the year. I know not everybody gets on at Christmas. I know they don't. I mean, an incident that happened last year with us, Christmas night, we were sitting there just watching TV, well mellowed out after a lovely Christmas dinner and a bit of snacking in the evening, and we're just chilling out watching TV, and all of a sudden we had the most horrendous argument going on in the street. And we looked out and there was car doors slamming and kids crying and adults screaming at one another. And all I could think of was, we never had anything like that when I was a kid at Christmas. Even if parents fell out, they didn't do it at Christmas. Christmas was a time where your family sort of comes together. And if you've got anything about you, you'll forget about things that have happened in the year, unless it's something obviously horrible, terrible and nasty that somebody's done, whatever. As I was saying the other day about forgiving people. But Christmas is a time where you are grateful for knowing that you've made another 25th of December, you know. I see it as a landmark, the 25th of December, every single year. If I can get to Christmas every single year, then I know, I've achieved. I've done it. I've made it. Job done. Obviously, I almost lost my sister earlier this year. And I did almost lose her. She was seriously ill in hospital. Luckily, it got sorted. She's back at home now, firing on all cylinders, and she's doing brilliant. But I actually thought I was going to lose my mum and my sister in the same year, and I thought, wow, that can't happen, surely. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say my sister's like 94 or something daft. She's only 4 years older than me. She's only 52. So it would have been a massive, massive shock if something would have happened to her. But again, this year, see, it just keeps giving. It just keeps giving. But my best Christmas present, do you know what my best Christmas present will be this year? If my auntie, who's seriously ill in hospital, came out of hospital and spent it at home, she recovered brilliantly, came home and spent Christmas with her family. That would be my perfect Christmas present, that would, mate. I don't think I'd want anything other than that. If somebody said I could have that and nothing else, I'd say that'll do for me. Get me a picture of it, that'll do, that's brilliant. Let me see her home with the family. And that's what I think Christmas is about. Christmas is about being with your family, appreciating your family. That's just my opinion. It's just something I say what Christmas means to me. Like I said, some people are mad on Christmas presents and they love getting hundreds of them, but I don't, you see, because presents are presents. I mean, me and Deb, we buy each other stuff throughout the year. We always do. If I see something in February, April, May, March, June, July, whatever, if I see it and I won't get it for Deb, I'll just buy it. And if she sees something for me, she'll do the same. She'll just buy them. It's like a few weeks ago, she did a Shein order. If you never heard of Shein, they do online fashion, clothing, yeah, right, and all the stuff as well, household stuff. Anyway, she did an online order and she put all this stuff in a basket. And she suddenly said to me, oh, and I've added 3 pairs of lounge pants for you. And I'm like, what? I didn't even know I wanted any lounge pants. And she'd added them. And she just put them in the basket, ordered them, and they came. And they fitted me perfect. And they're nice, really nice, dead comfortable, good material and everything. And I'm like, she just does it on a whim. And I'm like that. I am really like that. I'm one of those people, even if I'm talking to anybody, if I just think to myself, oh, I'll buy them that. If they mention something, I might think, oh, I'll buy them that. And I'll just buy it. I'm not bothered about all this, about having, umpty thousand in the bank and millions and all this sort of stuff. I'm not bothered about all that. I've never been bothered about having hundreds of thousands of pounds in the bank. As long as I've got a roof over my head, my family safe and well, gas, electricity, food in my belly. What more really? Some people are nowhere near that lucky. Some people live in cardboard city on the streets through no choice of their own. And yeah, you do feel guilty about it. You do feel guilty about it. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to say, oh, well, I feel really, really guilty, so I'll give every penny I've got to a homeless charity. Because that's just silly, because then you'd end up homeless and you'd be just as bad as the person who was out on the street. But it doesn't stop you thinking about them. I wrote a poem a while ago called Spare Me Some Change. And just as a little extra, before I go, I'm going to read it out to you. I didn't think I was going to do that, but I am actually going on with the subject what I'm talking about, and it's called Spare Me Some Change. Right, the screen's about to go bright because I can't remember all the words, so I'm going to read it out to you, and it's called Spare Me Some Change. Change. I see you sitting on the sidewalk, tattered and torn, with a dog beside you that looks so forlorn. Where the years have been cruel, the marks they show. It seems as I watch you, tears start to flow. I stand and I wonder, what life have you had? Are you being punished for something so bad? You see me standing there and look at me so strange. Then a whispery voice mutters, spare me some change. As I walk down the road, look back I must, but you're no longer there, just a cloud of dust. I can't get it out of my head, but I recognise your face. Who are you? Where are you? What is this place? Well, I go to my house, comfortable but not rich. A choice for my meals, to decide which. As all the hot water and the towels are arranged, then a ghostly voice whispers, spare me some change. Well, the hot water is soothing as I lie here and think, and the wine that is chilled I can now drink. All my worries they leave me, and smile I do. Then I dress in my clothes so crisp and new. Then a loud bark awakes me, and I wake with the pain. The dog that's beside me licks me again. The people they pass me and look at me strange, and I whisper as they pass, please spare me some change. And that's what it's all about, you see. A lot of people are not as fortunate as you, and not as fortunate as me, not as fortunate as, most of us. And yes, there are some people who choose to live that life. They choose to be away from society because they don't like society, and it's their choice. But you'll be surprised how many people don't get that choice. It gets taken away from them. And I can speak as somebody who almost ended up on the street in 1995 when my mum was throwing me out the house. And not because I'd done anything wrong, just because she had to make a choice between me and her then boyfriend. And she chose a boyfriend, and she was all ready to see me out on the street. But luckily, again, you see, luckily my family were there for me, and they bailed me out when I could have ended up, I could have ended up dead by now. I really could. I don't think I'd have survived on the street. I'm not built for surviving hardships. I'm really not. My health wouldn't allow it anyway. With my CMT, my hypothyroidism, my gastroesophageal disease, my arthritis, I just would literally, I can't imagine what it must be like to have problems like that and be out on the streets as well, particularly the arthritis, because the arthritis does not do well in freezing cold weather. I know this, trust me, I know this. Anyway, I've finished for today, and I will get my top 5 list done for tomorrow, and it'll be my top 5 movies. So you all take care. I hope you enjoyed the unboxings, which were Nightmare Before Christmas Sally and Harry Potter Minerva McGonagall, and I got it right. Minerva McGonagall, and the weird little thing that Deb had in her Look Fantastic calendar, which I can't pronounce. It looks like Iona, but it's 3-iner or something or other anyway. Iona or something, I can't remember. Anyway, and she was chuffed and over the moon with it. So, yeah, you all take care, and I'll do another number 6 vlog tomorrow. Bye for now.
Belly, come on. Give me that belly. Where's that belly? Go.
Oh. See if I can get the nose shot.